people don't understand the current scenario that we find Tanzania is in. You see, the founding father, that is Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, when they got independence, they agreed that there was an accord, an understanding that, of course, there is the constitution that says that when the president dies, the vice president takes over. I think it's part of the constitution in Tanzania. In Tanzania, usually it was two countries. We had Zanzibar, and then we had Tanganyika. So what Mwalimu Julius Nyerere did was to bring a union of the two countries together so that we form Tanzania. And it was said that the president will always come from the mainland, while the deputy president or the vice president will come from Zanzibar. And it was also agreed that let Zanzibar be semi-autonomous, in that they will have their government, they will have their, it's like a jimbo, they will have their government, they will have their president, they will have their parliament, they will have their everything to manage, while now, in terms of the global issue, they will be managed by the mainland and things like that. So there are only two instances in which Zanzibar have gotten the presidency. We had Ali Hassan Mwinyi. He became the president, I think, in 1989 or 85, when Mwalimu Julius Nyerere died, and he was the vice president. So he became the president. 86. Yeah, or thereabout. So this other one, when this Machiavellian president who was very hardworking, was called Magufuli. So when Magufuli died, then Suluhu became the president by virtue of the constitution. But in terms of the real agreement, it wasn't supposed to be like that. It was always the president has to come from the mainland. So I think the fear now of Suluhu was to go to an election as the president, and it is in the understanding of the Tanzanians, the president should always come from the mainland. That's why he felt that because power has been sweeter, because Tanzanians expected that after they finish, then they'll go back to their default settings. But because, you know, when you get to power, it becomes a bit sweeter. So you don't want to leave. And the only way you can leave, since the mainland are the majority, of course they'll kick you out. So he felt that maybe I can arrest everyone and remain alone so that I can compete against myself. So that was the dictatorial behavior that Suluhu did, so that she can override what it was in the actual agreement of the founding fathers. And that's why we have the current scenario is, and that scenario can only be unlocked if we are going to have a dialogue between all the parties, so that everybody can be brought to understand where the scenario is. Then they can agree. If they can agree that because this Suluhu wants this power, maybe she can be given 2 years to plan herself on her exit. Then they now do a proper election. So I believe, with that understanding, the only way to safeguard the fabric of Tanzania is to have a national dialogue. So that and I believe that is also what the president, maybe she has come to her senses, and that's what she's selling. Yes, whether indeed. But jailing all your competitors, I think it is only a lull for some time, and it will explode.
Yes, definitely. President Samia Suluhu Hassan has extended an olive branch to the opposition, in suggesting that she is open to dialogue to try and resolve the stalemate that exists in Tanzania. But there are serious concerns from our end, from this side of the border, that Kenyans, our brothers and sisters who are trading and living in Tanzania, and even those who are taking part in businesses in Uganda, that they could be targeted, seen as influencing political dissent in those two countries, and the slow nature of response from the Kenyan state, also a cause for concern. I want us now to come back and consider some of the political happenings.